Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with another game of Stardew Valley, and we are here approaching quickly the end of the fall of the third year. So the plot thickens. I know I've been saying that a lot lately, but it really is, because well, the ghosts are supposed to come back. The ghosts, our grandfather, the ghost, is supposed to come back at the beginning of the third year. We've got 2 more days left here, so tomorrow is the Spirit's Eve, so we do need to go home for tomorrow. But we will try to get what we can done. Try to get done what we can, for that is how to structure those sports. Here before we go. You know, we've got our banana trees growing and our mango trees growing, and that'll be exciting. It's not going to get us everywhere we need to be. I think when we ship those, yep, that'll be the final pineapple for that. We need to catch 5 stingray for this quest, but I have no idea where to catch stingray, so we might not catch them. But we have the rest of the day today, and then we will have to go home for the festival. You know, you don't want to skip the festivals. I'm like, I don't think there's any left here. We already dug up literally the whole beach in an earlier video, so we can definitively state that they aren't there. And really just having a vast amount of pineapples is a thing that I should have been thinking about doing some time before, because, well, it will be quite economical. It'll really make us a load of cash. As they sell very good out of the box, and then even better, of course, once you scale them up. And we get some nice pineapple seeds, which is nice. It's where you get the first ones if you don't figure out the trading hut and do things in a much more laborious way. They grow, you know, every few days once they get going, and it's, I mean, you know, we should just have this whole thing as a pineapple sort of plantation thing going on. Just all pineapple all the time. This dude will do his little bluebird hands at it. He's a good bird. So the problem, if you can call it that, is I'm basically out of ideas. I know I need more bones to put together for, you know, the dude in his little archaeologist hut, but I can't find him, so it doesn't matter, you know. That's basically where I'm at with everything now. But at least we found a level 5 fairy who heals us, oh yeah, just a ton. Got a nice golden animal cracker, and we're just gonna run through here and see if we can get another walnut somehow, some way. And if not, then maybe we'll be able to at least pop enough of the enemies to make this worth our while. Yeah, that explosion doesn't hurt very bad. Yeah, with the level 5 fairy, you basically, yeah, we're not taking any damage at all here. So we've just been tanking hits from these two, which is fine, you know. We're sort of past the point of finding this place dangerous with our recent acquisitions. But hey, we get another dragon's tooth. That's what it's all about right there. So we've been, you know, most of the places I can think of to go on the island. But I'm not that creative of a guy, and, you know, some stuff might be a place I haven't checked. But we've been, you know, many of the places, and that looks like an interesting enough thing on the inside there. Maybe there will be a secret in the middle. And if not, then we will hit this thing and get some shards. They can sort of resemble copper formations, but, you know, if you squint, you can see that they are pinkish. Hey, golden walnut! Magnificent. And a golden mystery box. Now, the bird has told us that there is one golden walnut inside chests in side here, and it looks like that's where it was. So maybe, you know, that's 2 golden walnuts in a short succession just from, like, cracking barrels and stuff. So maybe the barrel one was different than the chest one, because the bird specifically said, squawk, squawk, squawk. 1 left in the volcano in a chest. Okay, maybe I'm misquoting him somewhat. He might have said awk and not squawk, and I'm being ignorant. But, you know, it was sort of like that. But in any case, we are now moderately closer to the true goal, which is getting home in time for tea. You know, with all of these things to dig up, maybe... Oh, there's an enemy here. And we got rather a lot of damage. Alright, so we can't dig up any of those places. It's just like, with all of this space able to dig up, I feel like we should try. No, we should hit this thing to get coal. Only 2 pieces of coal? Ridiculous. But these flying cinder shards are great. They drop cinder shards sometimes, just like their name indicates they might. And we need to kill, like, only like 20 more of them to get this ability set up. And I think we wanted to use those for some kind of trading, but we'll hold that thought and forget all about it by the next time it becomes important. Glorious rock breaking. This is what it's all about. I bet I could, like, spend money on stone and stuff, but I also bet that if I did the math even a little bit, I would realize that I didn't want to do that. I guess we can sell diamonds and rubies to him, so that's nice. We could also sell this other stuff, but obviously, very clearly, we're not going to do that. Is there a thing over here to hit too? Yeah, alright, yeah, so he's got some stuff that will just break right in front of him. He wasn't going to use that for anything, right? Alright, and then we found a marvelous amount of quartz over here to the side, which is good. What we need is more prismatic shards, but I've only got 1 laying around, and I don't want to, like, use it in case I need it for something. But you need it for all of the top level enchantments for your tools. Well, anyway, the thing said there was only 1 more coconut in a chest, but I'm not gonna not get a chest. I like to think I have a little more sense than that. this poor slime doesn't realize that he literally can't hurt me. And we get the Soul Sapper Ring. What does it do? Gain a little bit of energy when you slay a monster. That seems like it would be way better at the beginning of the game than where I am now, but thanks. I mean, not really. It's meaningless. Unlike the Cinder Shards, which are very meaningful. They're why the world was made, you know. They're what's going on. But more iron is here, and that's good because I need more iron. I should, you know, if I was more responsible, I could bring my statues out here. That would be fancy. I mean, I could like make extra statues for out here, but I mean, where does it all end, right? I'm not made out of material. Get another chest and bunches of ore. You know, it's pretty nice, the stuff you can find in here. A golden coconut, alright, so we just need to trash some things and get space. Things like fiber and ginger. Things like slime, we'll probably pick more of that up by accident. What are you gonna do? Make better choices? Not if you're me. And I kind of thought the door would be this way, but now I don't care because we got, you know, coal and iron and all the other stuff that we need for a happy farm. And I was gonna skip this area and go to the left where I assumed the door would be, but it isn't, so we're gonna keep on going here and just mining. You know, just the absolute most of these various things, which for stone, we're perpetually stone low now. Like, I get it now when early in the game when I was like, I don't think I'm gonna need to craft that much stuff, and people just like sort of laughed at me, but in a polite way, like, oh, you'll learn one day. Oh man, did I ever. 'Cause there's a point where I was like, yeah, you know, 20 kegs, that'll be plenty. It won't. First of all, it won't. You'll need more. But I scaled up the oak resin, you know, and now we're actually limited on silly stuff like iron bars. Because I made a bunch of bombs thinking I won't need iron for anything anymore, right? Wrong. Wrong. But, you know, it's not all bad. For one, it provides purpose to all of these mineral gathering efforts that would otherwise be rather devoid of them. Also, we found 2 walnuts on this excursion, which makes it, frankly, awesome. Ooh, coal. But once winter comes, yeah, we just will essentially be not going to the valley at all. No, only every few days to do all the things. To grab the machines and check that kind of thing. Check the greenhouse every few days when we do the machines and the mushroom cycle, etc. Problem is here, so we have to find another stone. We're getting a little late on time, but I mean, it's fine. If we pass out in here, it's fine. This is another basilisk paw trinket thing, and that's... Wait, that's a something. We'll toss the lure, I guess. Oh yeah, basilisk paws. It makes me immune to debuffs, but I've already got it. The mummified bat, didn't we already preserve that? Yeah, because it's the frog that we needed. But not the mummified amphibian. That one's not the thing. Maybe when we complete all the quests for Giant Frogman, he will honor us with one of his departed ancestors or something silly like that. But I'm holding out for him giving us, you know, like 5 more walnuts. Maybe even more than 5, you know, if he wants to be even more generous than 5, I surely would not say no. Alright, level 8 is the fun maze. I think that's the first time I've ever used that parry ability properly. Alright, I just really, really wanted that guy to get knocked out before I passed out in the middle of this volcano. And it worked! Great! And that is so much money on pineapples. And Carolyn has said, okay, now we've got solar panels. Is that gonna, like, make a battery pack after a certain amount of days? That'd be funny. Yep, that's exactly what it would do. Alright, yeah, so slowly generates batteries when left in the sun. We'll have to make a couple of those just you know, just to make the farm more environmentally friendly or whatever. That'll be nice. I'm like, yeah, we don't want to sell the powder melon seeds since we'll be using them soon enough. We'll just sell those because we got more of them, and that because who cares? Yeah, these trees are just being trees and not growing at all. But we'll likely be away for a couple days, so we might as well just cut down the trees that we see, and then we'll pop in back to the island real quick and maybe grab some wheat seeds. Get another mango sapling, marvelous. We're out of espresso, which is craziness. We're just gonna have to brew up a whole bunch of coffee at home. We could just buy it, but it's like 900 a piece if you buy it. And given that I am capable of you know, growing these things, not of buying them. And we'll just have our mango trees there, you know. We don't want to be too efficient. We want to have some of the joy. Alright, do we need to bring any of this junk with us? I mean, the bones don't need to go with us, do they? They don't. Yeah, all this can stay. Absolutely all of it. Yeah. She gave me 16.5 for that. I guess this is like an island upper level thing, but that's still like so much money. We've dug up this whole beach. And I think we did, you know, basically everything there was to do in this little pirate place, because we, you know, got almost nothing. Does that really seem like it's the right thing? I don't know. Maybe we should fish in this pool. Alright, we're not having great results here. Is this a super cucumber in the middle of the morning? No, it is a stingray. Excellent. Well, we need to catch 5 of them, and we found the spot, so good stuff. This will be our first Willy quest we're able to do. It sort of has the super cucumber pattern. Pretty similar, but hey. Here's the stingrays. They might be at other places, but it appears to be basically every fish in this pool. Not this one. This isn't one. This is a different kind. Yeah. That was a measly 2-foot-long tuna. Alright, so it's not all stingrays here, but, you know, it's often enough to where they definitely are caught here. And the controller has come undone. I think just the connectors are messed up in the isopropyl. We got a gift. A gourmand statue. Well, a giant statue of a frog will have a place of honor on my farm. No doubt of that. My controller became undone again. Not ideal. Please, please don't freeze. It's like I don't want this game to crash. I really need to get a better controller cord and a new controller. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I didn't want to leave the house, but I guess I could go buy a controller. I mean, I could order one off the internet, but then it wouldn't be here, you know, tomorrow. Maybe I could have one, like, replicated using energy emitters, and then they'll just arrive in my house in a post-scarcity and post-resource society. A man can dream. I wonder if we get, like, the triple stingray catch thing that's theoretically possible with a perfect catch on the rod, if it would count for the quest. I mean, we're not going to get a perfect catch on a stingray anyway, so unless we get one right here. Hey! No, it was tuna. And this is tuna again, I think. Nope. Flounder, even weaker. But this is, I mean, this is everything we were hoping for, because we needed to do one of these special quests for everybody. And even all to the better that this is one of the island quests for Willy. That'll really impress him. about to experience the agony of not catching enough stingray in the time allotted. This is like a flounder, I think, but you always want to grab the box. Sometimes it could be something nice, after all. It could even be a box. Man, when we caught two like back to back, I was so hopeful, but now it appears that they don't grow on trees. This is just going to be another tuna again. You can tell. Nope, a flounder. You can't tell, not if you're me. Golden fishing chest, though, that is very exciting. You can get, like, really nice stuff out of these. I've only ever gotten one before. And we get, you know, not really nice stuff out of it, but that's okay. And this is a stingray, right? Nope. And my fishing tackle is worn out. This is very bad. Yeah, that's more like how the fish is supposed to behave when you don't have the proper fishing tackle. And I am, like, really bad at fishing. Because this is a stingray, and that last one we didn't catch was a stingray too, but I think... Nope, this is a puffer fish. Apparently you can catch them here. Alright, well, in the fall. Maybe they're like a year-round thing because they're tropical, but they're a summer fish normally. And I really thought it was a stingray, but now I'm seeing with that pattern, it's probably a puffer fish a lot of the times. Yep. Well, that is unfortunate because, well, don't need pufferfish. I need stingrays. It's the only thing in here, really, that there's a dock with a boat that isn't there, and that you can dig up one walnut here. That seems like it's not enough, right? Where's the rest? Where's the rest of the things? It can't just be that you can catch stuff here, right? Can it? I don't know. Maybe it's just a place of cheerful ambiance to distract you. Guess you can dig up right where you walk in. It's not really what I set out to do. No, you can't. You can't dig that up anyway. Got it. Well, how many days do I have to do this? 2. Alright, so we're probably not going to be able to get it done. Because best case scenario, we get the fishing tackle, we come right back, and then we try to catch up, but we still got to go to town for the festival. It doesn't sound like it's going to happen. But, you know, this is the only reasonable way to get it. We're just not going to catch the fish without buying the tackle. And it drops us off... Oh. Because the festival's at the beach, so we can't even... buy it. Great. I don't know, Abigail. Build a bridge out of it. Anyway, I should be returning home triumphantly, but instead I'm just, like, really annoyed. Because I wanted to try and fish the stingray up, and it's just not going to happen. But, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. Alright, where are all the coffee beans? Are they in here anymore? No, because we moved them somewhere else, which doesn't make sense. But we're going to find where they're at. Did I put them in a fridge? No. Yes, here. Do I really only have like 1,000 coffee beans? That's gonna come back to bite me. Surely I've got them somewhere else and I've just forgotten. Surely. Surely I didn't sell all of my coffee beans. Fortunately, we'll just make an absolute ton of money though. And that'll make us feel better. I mean, not better, but the same. And yeah, I guess it's artichoke day, you know. Time to harvest the fields. It's gonna be pretty glorious when this all comes in. I'm like, actually, no, we should be pickling right now and then farming the artichokes later. But we'll use these artichokes to pickle right now. It's the circle of artichokes. It'll be the circle of pineapples one day. Anyway, the vertical stack lines are much better than horizontal stack lines for walking around and such. I'm like, I don't have space for these? Well, that's outrageous. What will we do? We will drink another coffee. That's the only way to do it. And then we will smash some cacti. Because while the cactus is nice, a pineapple plant is better in every way. The festival's gonna start like sorta soonish, and we don't really have time for this, but we're gonna make it anyway. And And what we're doing here is just putting random trash into the boxes, or rather into the preservative jars, as opposed to making any, like, rational or like efficient way of doing it. We're just like literally putting down all the junk we have in our inventory here. This is the same sort of thing as playing efficiently, because what it is doing is taking stuff in our inventory and getting it out of our inventory, which is broadly speaking what I wish to do. We don't have time for this one. We've got to get to the festival or we won't get there. And that would be very sad. Or at least an average amount of sad. It probably runs from like... I'm like, oh wait, yeah, it's not at the beach. It's right here. Alright, so... what can we buy? Another witch rarecrow, they are nice. Hi, sorry, mouthful of blackberries. Kid says it's a nice evening, and everyone agrees. They're trying to get me to go into the haunted maze, but I'm too clever for them. No. Marlin has once again brought literal skeletons to town. He asks why there's no more pumpkin ale. He has not remembered that he's not supposed to be having any. I don't know if it's the same every year. I do know that this TV is... Alright, so what's it showing on it? Is that like a frog? There's a little green thing, but I couldn't really get a good look at it. Super ridiculous way through the maze to get the golden pumpkin again. We've already got one, but hey, this is another one. I totally forgot this is where you got the golden pumpkin. I thought you got it for winning the festival. That's why I showed it off at the festival. Says the strange man who lives in the tower set this all up himself. The strange man who lives in the tower, he's a literal wizard. Better put some R-E-S-P-E-C-T on that before he finds out what you call him. Alright, yeah, so a nice little end of the spirit here. Again, you know, once you've done the maze, you've done it, but it's always nice to get a decorative witch rarecrow. Everybody knows they are the classiest of all. But we just need to hop into this one and see if we can get this preservative cycle done before bed. Should be able to, I think we can make these rows in another little bit of time, because it doesn't take very much in-game time to be doing this, right? Yeah, we did all of that in like 10 in-game minutes, so we got 6 more segments left. Probably won't get to sell them today, that's alright. It's just about getting them laid down. It looks like actually we'll get almost all of them, but not quite. Yep, this whole wall is gonna not be on the same cycle as the others. You know, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not upset about it. That's the way I talk whenever I'm totally fine with a thing. But at least it's a happy day here with plenty of coffee to make. Okay, yeah, if I can, even if they're horizontal, if you have the mouse, it's much more easy to do because you don't have to face, yeah. Still can't get to the other side though, you gotta be up on it. We'll need to check the basement because it's likely that some of these, nope, none of them are finished. That's fine. It's likely or not. Marlon's like, found you face down in the mud. Marlon, I was in the middle of my own farm. Why were you in the middle of my own farm? We're just gonna go ahead and get the rest of these on the cycle, and then hopefully it'll all be fine. Here's where we put our coffee. Well, we'll take all of it inside, and then does all of this have to be here? I mean, it doesn't have to be. Bring the hay out, that'll certainly have a place to be. Dinosaur egg is still incubating, so good for us. The great pumpkin is still a great pumpkin. We'll have to cut it down today, or, you know, I don't think it'll make it. Man, the mahogany is really coming in. I think we'll probably chop the whole mahogany section down, since you can get all the hardwood you need out on the island. But here we set down artichokes for basically the whole winter. It might be, you know, it might be more than we can even pickle and process in a whole winter by the time we get through the field here. Because we already have, like, somewhat of a backlog, and that was even with us selling the gold star ones, typically. Harvested what? I mean, like a good 1,000 or so in the last day or two. And we already had slightly less than that overall, I think. But with the happy plopping sounds, they all enter into the magnificent inventory. Ah, the riches. They flow. Alright, so what do I need to do? I need to find 5 cave carrots for the raccoons. But I have to do this because this is the last day of fall. And after that, what I do with my time is going to be, you know, much more up to me. As I mean, I could have treated this whole fall like a winter, but then where would we have been? When spring came, still getting through our backlog of stuff in our inventory? Probably. Probably. But anyway, you gotta get the iridium scythe for this. I think probably next time I would take the farming mastery unless it was the very beginning of winter. A wonderful place for a wonderful statue. Alright, so we're going to sell this golden pumpkin because we've already got one. And we're going to sell these artichokes because I'm going to sell them. And this corn is absolutely not lucrative enough for us to ever process, so we're just going to toss it. I already have an animal cracker in the box in there for the dinosaur. Assuming that they can produce dinosaur eggs. As I have to assume. I'm not permitted by hope or inclination to believe that I'm going to have anything other than the most triumphant dinosaur apparatus. They will all love me. Spared no expense. All right. Those cacti were not really that necessary, but they were nice for a little while. You know, Linus likes them, but he was already like our best pal by the time that we really got him going, so... And we're just going to grab some more coffees, because of course, there comes a point in every farmer's life when you run out of espresso again, and you need to take some of your reasonable stock of coffee beans. Layla was right, you know, 10,000 was too many, but 3,000 is just good sense. And I'm just going to sell all these because at a certain point, you just got to start selling things in your inventory or you'll pay attention to it and it will annoy you. And that's where we're at now. Mudstone has already been in a museum, so it doesn't belong there. What we need to do now is find, stuff for more kegs, I suppose. The Dog barks happily because he knows I'm about to brew a bunch of espresso, and he knows how pleased that makes me. It's more potent than regular coffee. That's why it's good. I'm like, well, did I have anything I wanted to do before the fall ended? No, not really. And a good thing, too, because the fall's over. Now the doghouse is fixed, and the dog is so happy. Man, I really gotta work on the trash panda so much earlier. Demetrius needs pumpkin for his biological research. Well, I can do that. For I have pumpkin. That'll give me something to do with the day. It's so nice with the river not having a bunch of trash all around it. I don't think Maru likes iron bars. I think it's the better bars that she's all about. The gold and iridium and such. And of course she loves the diamonds and the battery packs on account of her being a wonderful and strong inventor. Demetrius, I have brought you a pumpkin! And he is pleased. Of course, tropical fish ain't gonna happen because I can't catch stingrays. What? A possum? I've never seen that possum before, but that is funny. Just a possum running in a tree. Possum is a funny word for an animal because it sounds like an overly colloquial and southern name for it, but it's actually just what they're called. There's a few animals like that it sounds like maybe this isn't really what they're called, and then you're learning it's like nope, that's we just got to name them, and that's what we called them here. She's already closed down for the day. That makes sense. Right, yeah, final day of the season. Wait, no, like we could cut down these trees. That could be something. I mean, who doesn't love cutting down some trees, right? So we don't have really enough time to get to the mine and get any cave carrots, but I guess we have some, and I mean, why not, right? And maybe we should just go in at level 1 rather than trying to go in some middle part, because I remember getting a fair amount of cave carrots playing the game. But now we've got 20 more kegs, which is good, because, well, we have space for it in our big shed. And then, well, you know, we're coming up on that all-important time, the winter transition, where we reorganize the farm, where we put everything into its right place, or we don't. Alright, and that'll get the ancient fruits in there, and we'll be good to go on that. Now, do we spend the day cutting down mahogany? Oh no, we almost forgot to break down the great pumpkin. There we go. 21 pumpkins out of the great pumpkin. Feels so good, but you know, all good things must come to an end. And so too it is with that pumpkin, and indeed with our mahogany forest, which was a fine experiment, but we don't really need hardwood anymore. I guess I could make the wood chipper things, but I bet you would need a lot of them to make it effective. Because we'll probably move our sheds down here, right? Or the silos. Because the silos where they are is fine. But we might move the sheds down there and then do like a teleporter on the porch. Because I need to get those teleporters. I got the ingredients for them and then never used them. We'll just hack these mahogany seeds out of the ground real quick. Oh, and as the tree falls, we fall asleep, which is not the safest way to do things. We are about to make so much money. We are about to see a cutscene? No. We're about to make so much money, though. That's 200k on on farming, which is, well, 66k on 250 gold star artichokes. That's, you know, a pretty one-time thing. Because just 70 pickled artichokes gets you to 36. So if we had just pickled half of those gold star artichokes, we already would have been upwards of what we had gotten. But, you know, we have the lower priced ones, and they all turn into the same quality. And then the juice, which is just nominally less of a good thing. So like the kegs and the preservatives seem to be about the same price for the juices of the vegetables, but for fruits it's a different pricing dynamic. And we kind of got enough coffee for right now, so we're going to go back to this. Oh my goodness. Playing with a keyboard and mouse all of a sudden makes everything so strange. I just want to put things into these boxes, kegs, more efficiently, and instead it's like I'm having to learn how to play the whole game. I don't get it. I don't understand. It doesn't matter. It's fine that I don't understand. Sometimes it puts them all into them just by holding the button down, and sometimes it doesn't. And I'm sure there's a reason why it does it sometimes and not the other times. I'm also sure that I don't know why. Yeah, so we've got several thousand artichokes around, and that's good. That's real good. I think mass-producing kegs is the way to go over mass-producing preservative barrels. Now, of course, there's the winter forage that you can plant, but I don't feel the need to do that at all. So I'm probably just not going to do that, right? Yeah, right. We don't really need to do this either, but you know, I'm doing it. We're just going to sell all of this milk because, well, it's never going to amount to anything in there. We'll keep the large ones for later. Maybe. Alright, delightful spreadable mayonnaise. These trees are ever blue, so that's nice. It's nice to have a nice ever blue tree. Alright, so in keeping with the theme of being focused on what I actually need. Alright, so I like these raccoons, and I want to address their needs. So that's what we're going to do first. And what they need is me to go get them cave carrots, so that's what we're going to do. We're gonna go get them some cave carrots. We're going to do that by going in the top of the mine-ish. Maybe level 10. I feel like we got more cave carrots early on than later. But we are gonna bring some bombs with us, you know, for speed and decoration. We don't really need this crystal fruit with us. That's why we're going to put it into this. Linus knows what's up. He knows the benefits of a simple life. A dinosaur egg? They let me get a dinosaur egg out of the ground here? Well, we can donate it to a museum, so that's good. That's crazy that they let me get a dino egg out of the ground here. I I mean, on the island, sure, but this is like just the place. I'm like, yeah, some boxes. Won't they give me carrots? They won't. The good news is that the stone breaks in one hit. How is that good news? Well, the good news is that I brought bombs. Now, should I have checked with the statue beforehand? Well, yeah, but I didn't remember what I was doing. This brown slime is very active compared to his usual compatriots. Because really, it could have been a huge increase in stuff, but... Cave carrots? No. Those big stones are, like, always worth hitting, though, because they give you, like, 10, and they don't really take you that long to hit, right? Hey! Cave carrots. We dig them up. Got it. Now I know. We only gotta pop a couple more of those crab guys, so that's exciting. If you really squint, you can see if they're going to be underneath a rock or not, because they've got little legs. But I don't think I could prove it with any of those, because I don't think any of those were those guys. Alright, let's see. We've got plenty of boxes here. That should be... Hey, and some dirt. So that should be what we need in order to secure these cave carrots. For good and all. There's the digging fellow. It's important to kill them because you only need to kill like 30 of them for the quest, but I feel like if you're a somewhat normal player, not that I am, but if you are, you're not going to encounter enough of them to complete the quest line for the Adventurers Guild, but I feel like that's the case for most of the creatures. Not bugs, though. Anybody can complete the bug thing and get the insect sword very soon, because it counts flying bugs, little bugs, caterpillar bugs, every kind of bug. But anyway, there's our 5 cave carrots. So, wonderful, amazing, perfect. Did I get any gemstones out of that? No. Alright, well. Sorry, dwarf old pal. Looks like we're shorting you today, but first we'll go to the quarry. And have a time of just bashing these things up. Now, it's not like an effective thing to do, but it feels wasteful to have a quarry and never come here. So sometimes I just like to come out and drop a couple of bombs, let the quarry know that we care about it, you know, that we think it's doing a good job, that we think its stone is valuable, you know, and that it's worth blowing things up for. Sometimes that's all a quarry needs to hear, you know, that it's a good quarry, and that people like it. He says, she's back! I am. Alright, so... Yeah, 15 more of the digging guys. 180 more dust sprites, but only 6 more rock crabs. 30 more magma sprites. It's kind of a lot. 32 more dinos, rather a lot. 30 more serpents, not that many. I just, I don't really have occasion to go out into the desert skull cavern anymore. So I don't know when we would be hitting those enemies unless we go specifically looking for them, which we would do, like eventually if I felt like it. If I felt like it. There we go. We caught a perch. Good for me. All right, we can walk this way now. So there's a path to the left, and there's this path up to the quarry. Got it. Man, maybe that 300k on the shortcuts wasn't that much of a bad deal, because she really did a lot of work that I didn't think she was doing. I just didn't know where all the shortcuts were. Since I didn't ask, she didn't tell me. Since we sort of prepaid, it's likely that she didn't assume that I was going to be very critical of her strategies. All right, Gus wants another famous omelet. That's good because we have everything we need to make him a famous omelet here. I'm like, all right, what do any of these people like? Do I have an emerald? No. Penny likes amethyst. She likes amethyst, not emeralds. It's Abigail that loves emeralds. Do we have coffee for Harvey? We do. And Willie, of course, is maxed. And Pam is maxed, but she's still our friend. And Gus isn't maxed yet. Emily is, because she's like, well, we're not gonna give him the dino egg. Jeez. I'd like to think I have a little more sense than that. Want some pomegranate wine? It makes your day special. We will give Kent a crystal fruit. He says it's really great. Who knows if he thinks it is. We will give you a crystal fruit. They say thanks. Even if it's pretty normal, maybe because it's a purple quality thing, they'll like it slightly better. I don't know. I assume they care about quality just like I do. If we get in the door before them, can we buy some supplies? No, they are closed at 6. Alright, the raccoons. The whole point of the day. I remember now. But we have it was like dried chanterelles and mushrooms and cave carrots rather that he wanted, and we have already got our drieds right there. We will say hello to Grandfather's Shrine. He's coming back soon, he's already told us. I can only hope that his ghost will be pleased with all of the hard work we've done. After all, not everyone can live like millionaires. Wow, a golden mystery box inside of that tree. Well, I guess it was one of the old wild trees, and we even got one of its fancy little seeds. So at least there's that. Oh, inventory full. Can't get the hardwood. Right. Well, that's bad, but, you know, not as bad as not being able to pick up all of these other things that I definitely want. Did we just toss the gold? Yes, we just tossed the gold. These seeds are more important because that's how we get more blue trees, which for some reason have become very important to me. Like, why am I in here? I don't need to be in here. Well, we're going to put the oak tannin in here? It's ridiculous. But I am now looking at the clock and realizing it is quite late. But this will be the last. Hey, Sid. As I was saying, I'm just now realizing it's 12:45 because I'm in the middle of my days off. I've been taking naps and stuff, so I'm not feeling properly tired. Also, the energy drink probably had something to do with it. But I'm going to have to end this because my brother is not on vacation. And I am. Ooh, I got a raccoon hat. I played a few hours of Skyrim earlier. I didn't have a great time. It was fine, you know, but I was like, you know, I don't want to keep playing this right now. It was okay. I was bad. It went fine. But, like, I definitely was like, maybe I'll, like, find a cool mod set up and play that. But it definitely felt like I don't see why I'm playing this to talk about it. Because I've played just so much Skyrim that it felt like I didn't have any commentary to add. Or anything to say other than now we go here, now we shoot there, you know, like it's almost like I couldn't see anything new that was interesting because I've seen it all so many times. But I know there's a bunch of mods out there that should be able to change that up. But I don't know. I might just play it by myself. After all, as I try to remind myself, I don't have to like game for the internet, you know. I can just do it on my own. That's more than okay. It's just like a totally normal thing to do. But I forget sometimes, you know, you get so into the rut of clicking, you know, stream now and talking to yourself. If you're me, before long, you forget what you did before then. Not really. I just talk to myself, but you know, in private. But especially like Skyrim, where like an open world game, I think really like my style, such as it is for streaming and talking to a game, like it really needs to be a game that I don't know super well, or a game where there's like constant like rationale that needs to be given for things or analysis. And in a game like Skyrim, it's more like we're gonna go here and do the only thing you can do for 30 minutes, and I've already done it 20 times, you know, that kind of thing. Oh no, it was Krobus's birthday and we forgot it. Can we get there in time? We have 40 minutes. Can we get there in time? Alright, it's 40 right now, which means we definitely get there in time. Yeah! Glorious. He says, yeah, you remember my birthday. Totally did, buddy. Krobus means bridge crosser in our language. Totally remembered your birthday, pal. I could buy the scepter for 2 million. It's sort of what all this money is about. The power to return home at will. But I think I'll just keep on saving it. After all, what if I need the money for something else someday? Because really now, like, how often do I need to return home to the farm? I'm about to spend this whole winter out on the island, or most of it. My banana tree wasn't able to grow last night. Apparently out on Ginger Island, there's some problems going on. But I absolutely can't keep on talking through the night, although I would love to. But thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. It's good to see you, Sid. Yeah, I'll be streaming all day tomorrow too, or rather, through the day, and perhaps I'll see you there. Until then, good night. You have a good one. If you're watching in the future, I hope the weather is nice there. Disregard all the time-sensitive information. See you soon.